and it'll still grab the pads or the bonnets real good and not tear them. You don't have to put Velcro on your pad drivers if you don't want to.
Well, like on the floor pads, you have like black stripper pads and red pads for polishing and everything. And what we've done sometimes is we'll take some Scotch-Brite pads, those 3M pads you can get in packages. They're little rectangular pads. If you trim those to fit onto the driver pad, you can put those on the pad, and then they'll take up all the space with the teeth, and then your floor pads won't stick to the driver pad anymore. Now, on some floors that's fine. On others, you may find that your floor pads can slip out from under the machine. So you've kind of got to play around with it and figure out on what jobs you can use it that way. But yeah, those gripper teeth, they'll tear up floor pads and things like that.
Well, if you're going to use floor pads, what I'd recommend is you get one of these pad drivers that comes with the door. Go ahead and completely sand the teeth off the bottom, and go buy like major Gorilla Velcro or whatever, and stick that on there, and it'll hold your floor pads. It'll hold them well too. If you want to do that, that way whenever your floor pads will just be Velcroed on. We have 3 or 4 pad drivers, so we could do one, but we don't do a lot of floor work. We do mainly carpet, so we don't need a special floor cleaning pad driver.
You could actually just put the bonnet on the machine and set that on top of the floor pad too, and use the bonnet to drive it around.
You might. It may be.
The thing you got to watch out for is if you get it off the edge a little bit on the machine, your pads will slip out from under. So you kind of got to experience. You want to make sure you keep you stay on top of the pad and don't let it go from side to side too much. Or
if I was into a whole lot of floor cleaning, I'd probably get a pad driver and I'd completely foul the points off, and I'd put Velcro on it.
Yeah, and you can just take it out on some concrete and run the driver pad only and grind it down on the concrete, but just be careful you don't overdo it.
If you had a Dremel tool with a grinder bit,
you got a string hanging off your rag.
Yeah, I've seen that. If you had a Dremel tool with a grinder bit, you could grind those points off quite fast and get it so it's completely flat, and then just put Velcro on it.
But your floor pads, generally you'll tear them up a little bit at first, but then it'll get to where they've kind of broken in to the driver, and you won't really have any major issues. Yeah. You really need to fix that rag.
Well, I'll fix it after this.
Because it's getting ready to get caught up underneath the machine, and it's going to get sucked into the shaft.
Oh, I'll get it fixed in a minute. We're almost finished now. But the first thing I'll do is fix that string hanging off my rag. I don't like it.
Just tear it off.
I keep a rag hanging on there because people have asked. It's because whenever I get the bonnet wet and put it on the carpet, I like to dry my hands before I start touching the machine because
don't forget to do your cloth.
Because of electricity and stuff like that. So I like to dry my hands every time I've got the bonnet wet. So I keep a rag handy like that.
There's a cigarette burn.
That's a burn.
Black spot.
Can't do much with that.
And like I said, the bleach spots, that's permanent damage. You're not going to fix that. Just pull the thread off the end. Yeah, those rags kind of unravel like that.
Well, these are just cheapest shop rags you can buy like at Walmart or whatever.
No, those are Home Depot. Those are Primo.
Oh yeah, they're very expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're El Chicos. But no, these machines, and we got videos showing where we do a vinyl floor where we spray buff it. They will buff and spray buff a vinyl floor with no problems, and they're pretty quick.
All right, he's finishing up. I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to rake the other room. I'm going to have to rake this one, and we'll show you the final results when it's all raked. So stay tuned for just a minute or so more.
See y'all later.